Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. You get to see my old ugly mug today. This is going to be my second video that I've tried to do today, and I grew a Myers lemon tree. I bought it 2 years ago. It was a very small lemon tree, and this last spring it bloomed like crazy, and I got over 30 lemons like this, over 30, probably around 35. So I'm gonna make a lemon pie today. I've never done that. This is my second passion. I love to cook. My mother let me cook. I learned to read a recipe before I could learn to read a book. I baked cakes from scratch when I was 6, 7 years old. They always came out great, and I've just loved to cook my whole life. So I hope this doesn't just bore y'all to tears, but I'm going to show you how I make a lemon pie with my lemons that I grew on my own tree. That's amazing, you know, that I could grow a lemon like that in New Mexico. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this now. I need to squeeze some lemons. I need about a cup of lemon juice. I have 5 egg yolks already beat up in here. I didn't think you needed to know how to separate egg yolks. You probably already know that. Then we're going to use 2 cans of this sweetened condensed milk in there, and we're going to use a pre-made graham cracker crust. It's going to go in the oven at 350 for about maybe 10-15 minutes. So hang with me here. I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to squeeze some lemons, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. This is the juice I got out of those 5 lemons. About a cup, maybe a little more. We're going to go ahead and throw that in with the egg yolks. Then we're going to go ahead and open these cans of condensed milk. It's sweetened condensed milk. Be sure and get the sweetened condensed milk. We want to put 2 cans of that in there. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. The condensed milk, the sweetened condensed milk is really, really thick. So I hope y'all like to cook, and I hope this video just don't bore you to tears. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit those thumbs up. It really helps my algorithm so my videos get out to more people see them, and it really helps my channel a lot. Like I said before, I just really, really love to cook. I've always cooked my whole life. If you go back in some of my old videos, I have a lot of good Mexican food recipes in there that you can try. Just all kinds of stuff. So we just go ahead and get all this out, get it in there, get it all mixed up. Kind of a pretty easy recipe, really. Gonna go ahead and get this off there, and I like to lick the spoon. That's why I liked to bake when I was a kid. I got to lick the spoons and everything. It was my creation. My mom, I was thinking about my mom today. That's one reason why I came up with this. But we got to get this all mixed up. I don't have a blender. It's a lot easier if you do. And I'm just using a wire whisk and trying not to get too messy. But I got to get this all mixed up. But anyway, I was thinking about my mom and how she let me cook when taught me how to bake, you know, when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. Like I said, I could read a recipe. I knew what, you know, teaspoons, half a teaspoons, tablespoons, cups, all that stuff. I knew all that before I could read a book. I could read a recipe. And I would make cakes from scratch. It used to make my mom so mad because I could bake a cake from scratch. And my cakes always came out perfect, and hers would always fall in the oven. And any of you ladies on here, you know what it is when a cake falls. So we're going to go ahead and get this all mixed up. And I'm not a big fan, I'm not a big fan of meringue. So when we get this out of the oven, it'll be partially set. Then it needs to go in the oven for, you know, if you can leave it in there 5 or 6 hours, it's better. Overnight is even better. And then I'm just going to use like Cool Whip on it. If you ever watch Family Guy and little Stewie, how he says Cool Whip, that's what goes on top is Cool Whip on mine. Now I didn't put any lemon zest in here. If you want it, if you like a lot of lemon flavor, you can put lemon zest in, and that'll give it a lot more lemon flavor. But I put enough juice in here. This is going to be plenty lemony. Now, these Myers lemons, they're kind of related to an orange, so they're not as tart as other lemons. They're a little sweeter. And that's usually what people prefer for cooking is a Myers lemon. But I was really proud that I could grow all those lemons off my little tree that I babied. And in the winter time, I have a shed that I have a cart that I can wheel it in and out of the shed. So on nice days, I put it out so it can get sunshine. Then at night, I put it in the shed, and I keep the shed heated, not very warm, about 60 degrees at night. So they can handle down to about 20 degrees temperature. So you can grow them in a lot of places and not have to take them in and out. But here, it'll get down in the teens. And sometimes we even get below 0. That's happened a couple times since I've lived here. So I put it inside the shed just to make sure that it doesn't ever freeze. Now we want to put all this goodie in the pie shell, in the graham cracker crust. And I used a 10-inch. You're going to need at least a 9-inch. This is a 10-inch graham cracker crust. And if you want, you can make your own pie crust. You know, that's the one thing that I never did learn from my mom, how to make a pie crust. I would never have made a pie crust from scratch. I bake bread. I can make Indian fry bread. I do that a lot. Anything like that, I can bake bread, but I just have never done pie crusts. And I guess pie crusts are a little tricky. But so what we're going to do now, I've got it in. I don't want to dump it, but you can see it fills that 10-inch pie crust right up to the top. So now when the oven's now preheated, so I want to go ahead and put it in the oven. We're going to leave it in the oven about maybe, I'm going to just kind of watch it, but about 15 minutes ought to do, okay? And then when it's all done and I put it in the refrigerator and got it all set up, because after you get it out of the oven, it's going to be partially set. Then you need to put it in the refrigerator for 4 or 5 hours. If you can leave it overnight, it's even better. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this now, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's all a done pie, and we got some Cool Whip on top of it, and we'll do a little taste test, and then I'll go ahead and publish this video. I want to thank all you guys that have subscribed to my channel. It's amazing how many wonderful people there are, and all the comments that I've gotten. I try to answer all the comments, but I've gotten a bit behind. This month has been crazy. I wanted to do more videos, but I've had doctor's appointments every week, every day off. It seems I've had a doctor's appointment, but hopefully that's going to ease off here in a little bit. So I'll go ahead and stop this now, and we'll get back to you and show you what it looks like when it's all done, and we'll give her a taste test and see how good it is. Okay, y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay positive, and God bless. Well, welcome back, everybody. I got my pie done. I left it in the oven about 30 minutes. And take a look at that. Does that look nummy or what? Well, I'm going to try to cut a nice piece out of here. And you know how that goes, that first piece never comes out right? Well, we're going to try here to cut a piece out that comes out looking kind of nice. Well, that's going pretty good so far. Let's try this part. Oops, come on now. Now let's get this out of there. I hope it comes out in a nice piece. Ah, looky there. It did. There's a little crust left there, but that's okay. I'll get that. I'll eat that later. So I got a nice piece cut out of there, and we're going to give it the old taste test here. I forgot to get my Cool Whip out of the freezer, so we're going to use some canned whipped cream on here. Gonna put a little whippy cream on there. There we go. A little bit of whipped cream. Take a look at that. Does that look good or what? And this is off of my own Myers lemon tree. Now, in the description of my video, I have my email address and my mailing address. So if you go to my description, and if you'd like to grow your own Myers lemon tree, I'm saving the seeds and drying them. So if you'd like to grow your own Crazy Patrick's Myers lemon tree, just let me know in an email and give me your address, and I'll send you some seeds. You can start one in a pot, and you can, if you live in a really cold climate, you can grow them in the house. If you live in a climate like this where, you know, it gets down below 20 degrees in the winter, and you have a place to just put it inside, keep it warm at night, put it out on nice days, you know, so it gets some sunshine. In 2 or 3 years, you'll be making your own lemon pie with your own lemons that you grew yourself from Crazy Patrick's lemon tree. Now I'm going to give it the taste test. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh my God. If I could dance, right now, I'd do the happy dance. That tastes so good and creamy and lemony. It is so good. So guys, if you want seeds to start your own tree, just send me an email with your address. I'll send you some seeds, and you can grow your own Myers lemon tree. You can make your own fresh squeezed lemonade. You can make your own fresh lemon pie. That tree of mine, it produced way over 30 lemons this year, and they were nice, big, juicy lemons. That girl worked hard this summer. I kept her watered, kept her fertilized, and she did a good job for me. So with that, I'm going to tell you, have a great rest of your day. Stay positive, and God bless.